people. Ashtanga yoga for everybody, and for them he says you have to have a good moral stature of life, ahimsa, satya, etc. Because they are still to build up a good moral code of conduct. So they are common people. So they have covered all this thing in detail, very sensibly, and but it has to be understood, and of course we are in the world where outside of this all yoga means Hatha Yoga. All that is Hatha Yoga. So that's why we are specific. We put the title here, Patanjali Yoga Meditation. So means Patanjali Yoga is one that leads us to practice meditation and gain proficiency in that. So otherwise it, outside a lot of yoga classes are there, but they are what we call Hatha Yoga. So nowadays it's authentic knowledge is not easy to get. It is very, very difficult. Yes.
Any recommendation for any recommendation in terms of books or reading for understanding of Patanjali?
I have no idea because I've read many books, but I don't like any book.
You yourself have read?
There are inaccuracies in most of the books. So it's difficult.
So you have to read.
I cannot. There is one book I like most that helped me a lot, but now at this level I am saying even there are inaccuracies in that book, but that helped me a lot. That was Patanjali Yoga Pradeep by Swami Omanand. That is in Hindi. Patanjali Yoga Pradeep by Swami Omanand, published by Gita Press, Gorakhpur. That helped me a lot, but at one point I had to dissociate with that book.
Because to read the original Patanjali, you need to know the Sanskrit very well.
Can you hold the mic closer, Manjuji?
Any good translation.
Closer to you. Closer, even closer.
Any good translation.
I haven't seen any. I'm okay in Hindi and English. The books I have seen, I haven't. The best one is the one I liked was this. But even this book didn't do justice to many things, which I feel it should have done it. But this author Swami Omanand, he had good theoretical background and he had a good. I didn't see him, but from his writing I can say he was a good, knowledgeable person who could have written. Otherwise, most of the people are not qualified to write books. I thought he was a person qualified to write a book, but in my personal years of evolving thing, I will say he missed out a few very drastic things which probably he didn't know it, he didn't understand. I feel that he should have. So, I find him also deficient now. But that helped me. His book helped me, that I must acknowledge. But I am unable to recommend because any book I see a lot of inaccuracy and deficiency in that.
So all the knowledge you gain, is that your self-gain or did you learn from somewhere? All the knowledge you have. At your self-gain or you learn somewhere?
Sure, I have picked up from Swami Dayanand, his various writings. But the thing is, he never wrote a book on Sankhya or Yoga because his life was cut short, he was poisoned. But I have picked up from very different sources and I have been able to put it together. So I have been able to formulate a consistent framework which makes sense. And my framework is doing justice to Vedas, Upanishads, Sankhya, Yoga. So, my picture is very big picture. So I think I am right, but I don't think there is any author who has worked that hard on this.
So
it's a very complex subject.
So are you writing a book on all your experience?
I may write it. I may write it.
You
Or
should.
you haven't written anything
No,
yet?
not yet. I may write it.
You had a question? There's one more.
Or you can
Everybody knows Raj Hut, Bal Hut, Stri Hut. How to overcome even man's hut.
That's not our subject. We are not talking about that.
The way in the literature, hut yoga. Can you focus some light on
No,
that?
no, there is one line answer. The question is about, I made a remark. I don't like to get into all these things. I am here to talk about Patanjali. I don't have any other interest. But I just made a remark saying that correct knowledge of Patanjali Yoga is not easy to get because of all kinds of, and that has happened with all our words, even with the soul I mentioned, I was hesitating. If I say Atma, what would it mean? Because even if I use the word Dharma, I use the word Karma, all these have misconception nowadays. So there is a lot of problem with us. You represent real, accurate, authentic information. So I don't want to talk in loose terms. So I was just saying that things are not easy to get, and in the name of the yoga, basically things are going around is Hatha Yoga. And what is Hatha Yoga? I am not concerned, that is not my subject. And but as far as I know, it is probably something to improve your physical health. Okay, good enough. There are many good things in the world, but Patanjali Yoga is not Hatha Yoga, and Hatha Yoga is not Patanjali Yoga. And I am here to talk about Patanjali Yoga. That may be a good thing, but I have nothing to do with Hatha Yoga.
Okay. Mind is considered as like a chanchal, right? Mind always have thoughts coming, and thoughts always comes from all the information you collect during the daytime by seeing the things or by listening the things around you, like people or anything. So to me, it's kind of little difficult when you sit quiet for meditation. Thoughts always comes in the mind, and how to stop that thought. And to me, it looks like it's a long process to completely stop the thought. The one way of doing it is like some kind of idol, like a God's picture you have in front of you, and you just concentrate on that and do. But just by sitting and concentrating here, I am not sure. So, any comment for that?
You know, that's Patanjali business. He has covered the whole topic in such a manner that anybody who is genuinely interested in it will be benefiting from it. But this was just a introductory talk. All this is covered in what he says, Pratipaksh Bhavanam, in Ashtanga Yoga. Even you are a wonderful woman, even a criminal can enter into Ashtanga Yoga, is it not? That is, so ahimsa, he has to start practice. And to simulate your mind, that is called Pratipaksh Bhavana. What is said is, well, if I don't do this, if I do this, I will end up there. And that is not yoga, so let me discourage that. So you have to train yourself, because if you don't make your first step, you don't go in the journey. It is, you have to be, that is what is Satkaya Sevita. You have to say, Patanjali is a rishi, he is a very high order. If he is saying this, it must be happening. If you don't trust his statement, then you have to trust somebody else's statement.
Your statement will not work on telling you. Rishi is Patanjali. You can try that.
It's 8:36 now.
You can keep picture of God, but you
Okay.
Thank you, Jaya Ji. Let's